Welcome to Bad Guy Wrastling. Today's Wednesday, February 15th, and this is for AEW Dynamite. So, just got done watching it, and there's a few things, just three things I think I really want to talk about here. One being the tag kind of bouts with you have the Acclaimed and the Ass Boy saga. The second thing I want to talk about is what's going on with the AEW's Women's Championship, specifically with Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and so on. And then finally, what's becoming clear for the next pay-per-view, one of the matches is going to be Jon Moxley and Adam Page in a Texas death match. So first off, the event, the show was pretty good. It wasn't like, it wasn't crazy or anything. I mean, last week we did have a lot of title matches and so on. Good MJF promo. Within there, what are they doing with Brian Cage? I have no clue. They got this huge guy, and I know he's not good on the mic or anything, but like, come on, he's become a jobber, and so who knows? So, and then a few other, smaller stories that are kind of being pushed through here, especially with Mark Briscoe in recent events, and then Adam Cole on his way back here. So, opening segment, Orange Cassidy and the Acclaim and Daddy S versus Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt. So, I definitely need to look over with all those names there. But, the Acclaim, along with Orange Cassidy, who, why in the world was he there? But he was, so cool. And Daddy Ass get the win, despite the distraction from the Ass Boys, or the Gun Club, coming out. So, here's the real thing. Where are we going with this? So, Acclaim is putting themselves, their rematch into a four-way tag match, because at the end of next week we'll have two more teams that are going to challenge the Ass Boys for the title, and the Acclaim are throwing their name in the hat as well. So we're going to have a four-way tag match to determine the AEW tag title championship. So what are we doing here? I mean, did they really just give the titles to the Ass Boys just for the Acclaim to come back? It seems like probably not. AEW does seem to like to keep titles on people for a little while, but I mean, the Acclaim is so over now. Do they need the titles? I mean, honestly, I do love them. I will give that. They're my favorite tag team right now, but they are kind of starting to get a little bit stale as far as it. I love, coming out, doing the celebration. I mean, but, on top, and the tag team divisions right now is kind of a little bit weaker. And so I think overall kind of a good move. Get them off of them. They'll probably get distracted away after this next rematch and so forth. But right now, a little bit unsure where they're going to go with this. But as far as storyline goes, loving the fact that the Ass Boys are back into the picture. I think a top heel for the tag division, maybe not a top heel, but as far as that, I think there needs to be a little more depth to build to it. But overall, pretty much, I'm enjoying it, and I like the Acclaimed on the hunt rather than the champs at this point in time, just because I think if they kept the belts any longer, it was just going to get real stale, and the audience was not going to turn, but they were just going to get bored of them. So anyways, next thing, I want to talk about the main event. I'm going to switch to that. So you had Toni Storm versus Ruby Soho versus Dr. Britt Baker and DMD. And so where does Ruby Soho's allegiance fall? She gets the win in this match. It seems like she takes advantage of, capitalizes that type of thing. There's on the, kind of the outer rumblings around the ring of Saraya and Jamie Hayter. She's the champion and whatnot, so she's able to capitalize, get the win. Still don't know where her allegiance lies. and probably won't. It's probably going to be kind of independent. But the real reason I want to talk about this is it really is wondering what's going on with the AEW Women's title. It really seems like the storyline is outshining her, Jamie Hayter, that is, in the storyline. The reality is, like, Britt Baker is way more over. And it's just, I know it's just another similar thing. It's like Jamie Hayter was better chasing the title than holding it, in a sense. Like, she's getting forgotten, and so part of that is writing, I would say. But Britt Baker is really, even she's still the top force here. And you see it when she comes out, and Jamie Hayter, she gets a bigger pop than Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter's accompanying her, and she doesn't even play her music or anything like that. So I don't know. I think this is a missed opportunity. I still think there's a way to develop Jamie Hayter, but as good as it is with the two of them together, with Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter and stuff, I just don't see this going in Jamie Hayter's favor. I'm not even saying that they need a feud or anything like that. It's just they need to distance themselves a little bit and bring some credibility to Hayter's title run in this. You do have, I mean, I don't get it why Ruby Soho, why people love her so much. I mean, I think the image is good, but she's horrendous at storytelling. So there's reasons why she seems to get left behind. But, I mean, that could be fixed. I do like her look and image, though. But, I mean, with her and Saraya and Toni Storm and Britt Baker, I mean, you have some top names, and there's just some good storylines that could come about this. So Jamie Hayter could easily be a top star here. I mean, she's the champion, but she's really not a top star at this point. And as weird as it sounds, it's like as soon as she gets the championship, they kind of pulled her back completely. They changed her look, or she did at least, changed her look and everything, but it's almost like the personality changed too. So who knows when this... I would like to see more development. Even though she's the champion, I'd like to see more development for Jamie Hayter. I'd like to see them pull back Britt Baker. I mean, it's still, she's overshadowing even without a championship, which, so the partnership that they had to kind of increase Hayter's like visibility and stuff worked, but now it kind of needs to be removed in this. And I mean, just while I'm at it, shout out to Toni Storm as a heel, as a bad guy, or bad lady at this point. You know what? This is the role that is going to really develop her in AEW, and I'm loving it. So, when in doubt, do a heel turn. It's really applicable here. And same with Saraya. It was the hype was there for the return, and then all of a sudden it was starting to kind of go away. And this is awesome. It's weird seeing Britt kind of feud against them, because is she now a face? But we don't have to worry about that. But again, they need to do something about the AEW's Women's Championship, because it's kind of stale and it's kind of an afterthought at this point. All right, and so finally here for the recap, let's go into what will have implications for the next pay-per-view. We had Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli versus Rush and Preston Vance. So, very physical match. It was the Texas Tornado tag match in there. It was good. It was vicious and all that kind of stuff. But, of course, Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli win. But this really sets up to later on when you have Jon Moxley confronting Adam Page about how he's not getting a shot. He's done. It's done. He pinned him. But it kind of, and through the promo and everything, gets challenges to a Texas Death Match at Revolution pay-per-view. And so that's where we're set up. We're having the fourth match in the series, Jon Moxley versus Adam Page. And while this is cool, I will tell you how much I like it here in a second. Well, let's hope this is the last for quite a while. I mean, I'm done. I'm done with Adam Page versus Jon Moxley at this point. Starting to feel like a WWE thing where we just keep getting the same pay-per-view over and over and over again. But as far as the match, though, I mean, who doesn't? I mean, I love a death match. I love them in the indies. I love them in professional wrestling. I mean, I've seen the most crazy ones in indie out in the field, or indie matches out in the field. Was it Maryland Championship Wrestling or something like that? I don't remember. It was it was like a death fest lineup. But I mean, if you're gonna pick one person for a death match, Jon Moxley sounds like a good pick here. And honestly, from what was it, the first title defense Adam Page did with that hardcore match, or was it a death match or something like that? He showed that, yeah, he's going to be good. So while I am tired of this storyline and I am looking for resolution finality of it, I am looking forward to a death match. So I am already hyped on Revolution, where we're most likely going to have the 4-way tag match and then we're gonna have this Texas death match. So overall, I mean, I see Moxley winning this. And just putting to rest here. I think they've made it so that Adam Page can win it because of the type of match it is, but Moxley's going to win. I don't see the point in Adam Page. He wins this, then who's he go? Does he go up against MJF? I mean, he could, but he's going to lose to MJF. MJF is going to beat Brian Danielson, and then who's he going to do? Adam Page next, and then be dropped back down? Doubt it. I have a feeling it's going to be Moxley. Moxley probably won't go straight into a title match or anything like that, and he can feud with somebody else. But it makes a lot more sense that Moxley wins it. Adam Page, he had his spot there as the champion and whatnot, but at this point, I just don't see it happening, and I don't think it should happen. I think any kind of confrontation between Adam Page and MJF MJF just doesn't in that kind of light. Like, MJF is going to be playing the mind games, doing the promos and everything. Adam Page is better at it, but I don't know. In a match, I think it'd be great. They'd be great working together in a match, but as far as the lead up and everything, I think MJ is just going to run circles around them when it's on a title level here. So good, not great show. Pretty good overall. And so we're kind of starting to build our card up for Revolution pay-per-view. So looking forward. Good recap here of a good show. And yeah, that's what I got here. So that's been it for Bad Guy Wrastling for AEW Dynamite. I hope you enjoy it, and like and subscribe for more.